So did Beyonce just get exposed for deliberately sabotaging her artist?
How you step on anybody to stay on the top.
Well, people are convinced that Beyonce is deliberately setting her artist up for failure by not doing the right thing for their careers. And now people are calling her out and exposing her for ruining careers, and things got super messy because Kanye also exposed her for trying to kill his career. Y'all better get your teacups ready because I'm about to spill some messy tea. Okay, so Beyonce is once again the topic of conversation on social media, and no, it's not exactly because of her Renaissance tour. Queen Bee is being dragged on social media because people have been accusing her of sabotaging her artists. But this conversation is actually nothing new because it's been going on for a while. It started after Chloe Bailey released her debut album In Pieces back in March, and the album did not do very well. Chloe only sold about 10,000 in her first week and debuted at number 119 on the Billboard 200, which is very low for an artist that has Beyonce's cosign. And Beyonce got dragged for not being supportive of Chloe and not doing more to push her. But the drama died down after a while, but people recently started talking about it again after Beyonce started her Renaissance tour. It's obvious that Beyonce put a lot of effort and dedication into the tour, and people are saying that Chloe's album could have performed way better if Beyonce had put a fraction of that effort into promoting her album. But this is not only about Chloe, because there was also another artist that's under Beyonce that we really never got to hear a lot from, and that's Ingrid Burley. Yeah, have y'all even heard of her? So what makes Ingrid's case even more interesting is that she used to know Beyonce from way back before Beyonce got famous. Ingrid moved from Texas to New York to pursue a music career. She was invited by Beyonce to write the 5th album that she titled Beyonce, and she attended Beyonce's writing camp in the Hamptons. Well, Ingrid eventually got signed to Parkwood Entertainment in 2015, and in 2016 she dropped an EP titled Trill Feels. The EP didn't perform very well, and this seems to be a reoccurring theme with Beyonce's artists. Well, that was the last project Ingrid dropped, and in 2020 she confirmed that even though she had songs that were ready to go, the label just wasn't letting her drop new music.
But to answer the question, the music exists, is coming. If I weren't signed to a record label, which I love my record label, but they're rules, so like,
yeah, true.
The internet and played my unreleased music, you know what I'm saying?
But Ingrid is not the only one who allegedly got played, because Beyonce also signed Sophie Bean, who was a contestant on The X Factor. Sophie was only 15 at the time, but she was ready to be a superstar. Unfortunately, things didn't work out for her that way because Sophie never got to drop music. Sophie got signed to Parkwood Entertainment in a 2-year artist development deal instead of a record deal. This was because Beyonce didn't feel like she was ready to start making music yet, and this had people wondering why she even signed Sophie in the first place. But it gets messier from here because at first Beyonce wanted to put Sophie in a girl group, so she made Sophie wait a while she assembled a girl group together. But after a while, Beyonce changed her mind on that and instead wanted to move Sophie forward as a solo artist instead. She even started working on her debut album, but just like Ingrid, the album never happened. Her development deal with Parkwood Entertainment expired while all this mess was going on, and the label refused to renew the deal. The label had the rights to the albums that she had recorded, but she lost both her record deal and her music. Talk about getting played. Then we have Chloe and her sister Hailey, who are the most successful artists on Beyonce's roster. Now, I'm not trying to be shady toward Beyonce or anything like that, so don't get at me, Beehive, but I think we can all agree that it's not exactly a great look when your most successful artist can only sell 10,000 copies in the first week. But the streets are now saying that Beyonce is deliberately sabotaging these artists, and I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of sus that all her artists aren't exactly finding success. Now, I know that Halle Bailey is totally killing it right now, but that's her acting career, not her music career. The Little Mermaid movie was not managed or produced by Beyonce, so it was kind of out of her hands, and we can't say that the movie found success because of her influence. But I'm not saying that Chloe or Halle make bad music, because I think that they make actually very good music, both as a duo and as solo artists. But what I'm saying is that their sales are not matching their popularity, especially with Beyonce's cosign. But y'all, honestly, I'm not the only one thinking this, because Beyonce is getting dragged for not doing enough to promote her artist, especially Chloe and her debut album. Beyonce never said anything about the album or even made a post about it or what to expect. B is one of the top artists of our generation, and it's clear that a post from her would have done wonders for Chloe's album, but it was crickets from Beyonce because she never said anything. But what really had people believing that Beyonce set out to deliberately sabotage Chloe was when she made Chloe go against her fans. Chloe asked her fans which song they wanted to hear from her because she couldn't decide between For the Night and Surprise. She set up a poll on Twitter to hear what people had to say, and most people said they wanted her to release For the Night. But a few days after this, she revealed that Beyonce had used her veto power to override the fans' request and insisted that Chloe release Surprise instead.
Y'all, the polls, I know what y'all picked about the polls, but when the queen speaks, and that's all I'm gonna say, and that's all that matters to me.
At this point, it started to feel like Chloe was only releasing to please Beyonce and not her fans. But this was a wrong move, because at the end of the day, the fans are the ones buying the music, not Beyonce. Oh, and let's not forget about how Beyonce's former bodyguard accused her for killing careers so that she could stay on top.
How you guys ended Carrie Hilson's career because she said something about you. That's how hateful you guys are. How you step on anybody to stay on the top.
And it doesn't look like the bodyguard was lying, because Kanye West called her out at one of his concerts back in 2016 and claimed that she had forced the organizers of an award show to give her an award instead of him, or else she would not perform. Now, if she was willing to mess things up for Kanye, who has been friends with her for years, well, people believe that she wouldn't bat an eye when it comes to ruining other artists. Now, there is this conspiracy theory on social media that the real reason Beyonce signs artists is that she wants to keep them down. But to be fair to Beyonce, it's gotta be hard as F to manage another artist when you're Beyonce. First off, the bar is going to be raised insanely high because she is Beyonce and she's in a class of her own. So people expect more from her as an artist just because of this. Plus, she's an active artist with a career of her own, and it can be very challenging to juggle all that. But this is why people believe that it's generally a bad idea for new artists to sign with an active artist. Not only will they always put themselves first in the expense of your career, but they just won't have enough time to dedicate to you. People left comments saying, look at it like this: if Beyonce didn't help her own sister, why would anyone think that she would help Chloe? Chloe is a very talented and gifted young lady. It's truly a shame that her gifts are not being showcased like they should be. Missy Elliott would have never. She always stood behind her artist that she introduced us to, and that's just facts. I would rather someone outright tell me they hate me than sabotage me under the guise of mentorship, how Beyonce doing Chloe. And Beyonce don't even promote her own album. Why y'all think she'll promote Chloe's? Y'all need to leave Chloe alone, let her grow and find herself. But do you guys think that Beyonce is really sabotaging her artists on purpose, or do you think that her artists are doing just fine? Also, do you think that Beyonce should be doing more to promote her artists? Let me know what you think, and then check out this next video.